Hi, I'm Miriam, one of the physiotherapists here at Fit for Life Physiotherapy. And today I wanted to take you through a movement sequence that helps to move our thoracic spine and our rib cage, which is really important in being able to get a good diaphragmatic breath. When we want to downregulate or calm the nervous system, which helps us in managing stress and managing pain, we want to make sure that we're breathing through our belly and through the sides of the rib cage and not so much through the chest. So this is a very easy sequence to do that you can do at any time of the day, but I often like to do it before I go to bed at night to just help calm the body and the mind. So first of all, you're going to come and lie down onto your belly and come up onto your elbows. In this position, we're working on getting some extension through the thoracic spine. We are obviously extending a little bit through the lower back, and if you find this to be too much extension, you can always put a pillow underneath your hips, and that will help to decrease that feeling of tension in the lower back. So from here, just resting in that position, making sure that you're not sinking down here, but really pushing up through the elbows, and just pausing here for a few breaths. Really focusing on breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. And paying attention to the depth of your breath as you're breathing. Noticing how long your breath in is and how long your breath out is. Do you breathe in for a count of 3 or 4 or 5? What's that number? And is it the same when you breathe out? Do you breathe out the same number? Can you take a longer exhale, or is your exhale shorter? And just paying attention to what you naturally do. And trying to then make your exhale a little bit longer. So if you're breathing in for 3, try breathing out for 4. If you're breathing in for 4, breathe out for 5. And we're going to take one more breath in here and one more breath out. And then let yourself come up onto your hands and knees, and we're going to come into a child's pose, a couple variations of that. If you find that being on your knees is uncomfortable, you can always place a cushion under your knees. If you find that when you come back into this position where you're bending your knees, it's uncomfortable, you can try folding a blanket or have a cushion between your calf and your thigh, just to decrease that pressure on the knees. I like to have my knees fairly wide apart and my toes closer together. And then bring your buttocks back by your heels and reach your arms forward. And let yourself really just sink into this pose. And you may feel a little bit of a stretch through the lower back, through the mid back, maybe even through the shoulders and the sides of your trunk. And focusing on your breath here, so that when you're breathing in, feel the ribs expand out to the sides and to the back. I find that when we're in this child's pose position, we can really focus on breathing into our back body. Really focusing on making that breath kind of a 3-dimensional breath. If you imagine your rib cage is like an umbrella, that when you breathe in, that umbrella opens And when you breathe out, that umbrella closes. And when we're really focusing on that expansion of the rib cage, we can really access that big muscle, the diaphragm, our big breathing muscle. Take one more breath here. And then walk your hands over towards the right-hand side of the mat so that both of your hands are reaching off the mat, and really feel like your hips are reaching back towards your buttocks so that you're going to feel a little bit more of a stretch through that left side of your body. And again, in this position, really focus on, as you breathe in, that you're breathing into the sides of your rib cage, and as you do that, you may feel a little bit bigger of a stretch there. Taking one more breath in. And as you breathe out, just letting everything release. And then walk your hands back to the center and just pause for a moment and notice whether one side feels a little different than the other. And then walk your hands over to the left side of the mat so that both hands just reach off of the mat. Really reaching your buttocks back towards your heels. So you're feeling that nice stretch through that right side of your body. And focusing on breathing in and breathing into the sides of your rib cage. Feeling them expand and feeling them open. And then as you exhale, just letting everything release. One more breath in. And let everything go as you breathe out. And walk your hands back towards the center, reaching both arms ahead of you. And just taking another breath or two in this position, and notice whether it feels any different than when you first came into this child's pose position. One more breath in, and then walk your hands back up and come back to kneeling or sitting. So it's a very short sequence to go through. Each position you might stay maybe 5 slow breaths, really focusing on breathing in through the sides of the rib cage, through the diaphragm, through your belly, so that your upper chest stays relaxed. Focusing on a little bit of a longer exhale, and it's that long exhale that is going to help calm the nervous system and down-regulate the nervous system, which helps us with our stress management and even our pain management. Should you have any difficulty with any of these positions, do talk to your physiotherapist and find out if there are some alternatives for you. We'll see you again next time.